So, sir, thank you so much for taking out time for us today. I'd get right to the point. There was a very important meeting that was held between Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and Crown Prince yesterday. Can you tell us more about it and what was discussed and what is the significance given the geopolitical tensions right now?
Ji, thank you very much for having me on your show. As you are aware, this visit took place in the context of the current regional situation, which commenced after the attacks on Iran. And the context of the visit was to discuss with the Saudi leadership on how we can diffuse this situation and contribute to restoration of peace in the region. Since the beginning of this crisis, the leadership of Pakistan has actively engaged with all the key leaders in the region, which includes Saudi Arabia, GCC countries, and the Iranian leadership. And our focus during these conversations has been that we would like to respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states, uh, respect of the United Nations Charter, and an effort to prevent any further escalation of this conflict. We have condemned the attacks on Iran, which basically were unwarranted and undermined a very positive trajectory of discussions that were going on at that time. And at the same time, we have also condemned the attacks from Iran on all the countries, the GCC countries, and other countries that have been attacked, as these also constitute a violation of their sovereignty and territorial integrity. So, our message here has been to all leaders that we can't find a solution to the crisis that we are dealing through conflict. And the way forward definitely is that we have to return to dialogue and find a solution diplomatically to the crisis.
In light of this entire situation, the Saudi Pakistan Defense Pact has been under a lot of it's come to a lot of people's attention, and people are curious what role it plays. Would you be able to expand on that a little bit?
Well, the defense relations between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia have been historic, and it has always been Pakistan's commitment to the kingdom that we will come to their assistance, for protecting their sovereignty and territorial integrity. And the Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement, which you have referred to, basically formalizes this commitment. So we very much hope that the efforts that we are undertaking will help in resolving this situation. And the leadership of Pakistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and as you would have seen from the statement that came out of the Prime Minister's office, has assured the Saudi leadership and the people of Saudi Arabia that we stand with them to protect their sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Right. And would you say that Pakistan is playing a key role in mediating this conflict right now, especially between Iran and Saudi Arabia, given that you also said that they were moving towards better ties until this conflict came about?
Certainly, as I had mentioned earlier, Pakistan is trying to play the role of a bridge builder. The interactions of our leadership, the Prime Minister, he has spoken to the Iranian president. He visited the kingdom yesterday. Earlier, also on the day the conflict broke out, he had a conversation with His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, and he has spoken to all the other leaders of the region. Similarly, the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, he's had several conversations with the Foreign Minister of Saudi Arabia, as well as the Foreign Minister of Iran, and foreign ministers of the other countries. So Pakistan is actively trying to play a role of a bridge builder, and in trying to ensure that we don't have an escalation of this conflict. It doesn't expand to include other countries of the region, which would certainly be a major disaster. So we are trying to play this role, and this is basically the contribution that we can make to peace in the region.
Right. Like to know what has the atmosphere been like in Saudi Arabia, and a lot of people are also wondering why there hasn't been any escalation, given the fact that Iran has been repeatedly targeting a lot of sites in the Gulf region, and even especially from Saudi Arabia, we haven't seen an aggressive response. So, are you able to tell us why that is the case?
I think the leadership of Saudi Arabia, as well as the other GCC countries, are exercising maximum restraint in order to prevent a further escalation of the conflict. So we have to give credit to the wisdom of the leadership of these countries in pursuing such a policy. At the same time, they have also affirmed their right to self-defense, under which is enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations. Overall, I would say, as far as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is concerned, there have been attacks which have been ongoing. Even yesterday night, there were attacks. But the volume of the attacks that have happened in Saudi Arabia is actually much less than the other countries of the region, have faced. So overall, the situation here remains stable. There is no panic in the streets, and life is going on, as normal as it can be.
All right. And is the embassy also facilitating people who are stranded in this crisis?
Yes. So the embassy here in Riyadh, as well as our consulate general in Jeddah, is are both missions are playing a very effective role in terms of facilitating people who have been affected, the Pakistani people who have been affected due to this crisis, particularly the Umrah visitors, as well as those who have been stranded due to cancellation of flights that were being operated by Gulf Airlines. What we have done is that we have set up a 24-hour facility where the public can contact us for assistance. We have deployed teams at all the major airports, including Medina, Jeddah, and Riyadh, to help people whose flights have been cancelled, to provide them with accommodation, and helping them in the rebooking of their flights. In addition, we are also trying to help Pakistanis who are actually stranded in neighboring countries, particularly Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Iraq. We are facilitating their entry through the land borders into Saudi Arabia, so that they can take onward flights from airports in the kingdom. And we have also deployed teams at different border posts bordering these countries to facilitate entry of our people into the kingdom, and also their onward journey.
Right. And one last question, since oil is a big concern right now, there were reports of an oil deal between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia on deferred payments. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Well, we already have a facility with Saudi Arabia, under which we obtain oil from them on deferred payment. But there have been discussions in recent times on enhancing the level of that facility. So these discussions are ongoing, and once anything is finalized, it will be shared with the public.
Great. Thank you so much.